Good morning to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are doing well. Students, so are you revising daily portion? So have you all writing what assignments I have given? So we have completed 2 chapters. So have you all studied thorough the 2 chapters? So all the detail questions have you all studied? So please study daily portion, okay? So yesterday I asked you to write some detailed questions as assignment. So have you all written? So what are the portions I asked you to write as an assignment? When the school reopens, I asked you to submit, okay? So please don't ignore it, write it. So yesterday's class, we have just started the chapter 4, isn't it? So welcome to our today's online class. So today we are going to study about the chapter 4 in detail. Okay. So what's the chapter name? Theoretical concepts of operating system. So before we are going to study about the operating system, yesterday I have taught about what do you mean by software. Isn't it? So what do you mean by software? It is a set of programs or some instructions you are going to do with that programs need to achieve some task. Isn't it? Yes, it is a collection of instructions. That instruction need to perform some task perfectly. So how many types of softwares you have studied? 2 types. What are they? Application software as well as system software. What do you mean by application software? So what are the applications you are using for your needs? For example, that only I said, in your mobile phones, MX player. What's the use of MX player? MX player is used to hear audio or video files. What's the use of a MS Word? Word file is used to type a text. You can use Word file. What's the use of YouTube? You can download videos. So likewise, lot of softwares, application softwares are there. Based on your needs, you are going to do. Okay, that's a application software. Some examples also I showed yesterday. These are the example. Then what's the next topic you have studied? System software. What do you mean by system software? So already you studied about application software. So this applications needs to run properly means we need some platform to run that applications. Isn't it? So that platform is called which one? System software. Okay. So what's the main software needs to run the particular application properly? Operating system. Okay. Yes. So some examples I shown. So Windows, Linux, these are the examples of OS. Okay. Then this is the difference between system software and application software. So yesterday we have completed up to that. What do you mean by software and what are the 2 types of softwares? Okay. Today we are going to study about operating system. Okay. So already I said, so application software is there, system software is there. So for that only yesterday itself I said one example. So you are going to buy one new mobile phone. Without any softwares or without any applications, empty, that means empty mobile phone. That means hardware mobile. Only mobile phone is present in your hand. You are installing the SIM. But inside there is no applications. That means no contacts, no messages, no galleries, no clock, calculator, nothing. So whether it is useful for you to use? No. Why? You need to install some softwares based on your needs, or you need to download some applications from where? Play Store. For example, you will download a clock. What's the use of clock? To see time. you will install calculator. What's the use of calculator? To do some calculations. Then you download gallery. What's the use of gallery? To store images, photos, then GIF files, lot of files, isn't it? So all these applications needs to work properly means, see, that application needs some platform. That means some platform to install. So that is called as operating system. Okay, so this operating system is a intermediary person. Okay, this operating system is a intermediary person between whom and whom? Those software you are installing, no? Intermediary person between that software and also a user. Okay, example I am telling. For example, so I am teaching a class for you. I am teaching a computer class for you. So you are listening what I am teaching. So which is the intermediary person between me and you? Think and say, which is the intermediary person now? Mobile phone with net connection. Isn't it? Without your mobile phone with net connection, is it possible to see what I am teaching? Is it possible? No. So I am teaching, you are hearing and listening. So in between some intermediary person needs. Then only you can able to hear. Likewise, the mobile is an intermediate person between me and you. Likewise, some software you are going to use or some software needs to install in the system, you need some intermediary person between that particular software and those who are installing. Who is, for example, I am installing some software in my system. Okay, so I am going to install some software in my system. So, which will be the intermediary person between myself and the software? User is myself. So, this operating system. Understand? For example, if you are going to switch on the system, so immediately you can see some screen. That screen is called operating system screen. Understand now? So, this operating system only control all the input, output and all the devices connected to the system. Okay, so what's the use of this operating system? This operating system will control what are the devices connected to the computer. Okay, what are the devices already you have studied? First chapter itself you have studied lot of input devices and output devices. Maybe keyboard, mouse, printer, then motherboard, processor, hard disk, drives, etc. etc. What are the devices you are connected with that computer? It will control by whom? The person called operating system. Understand now? Then, so what lot of functions are there in operating system? Okay, so lot of functions are controlled by using this operating system. You are going to study each and every functions in separate. Okay, so in your book they have given some functions or some management functions. For example, our school is running with lot of staffs. In a school, lot of staffs are working. So without a management or without a head person, particular staffs will work properly? No. So we need some head persons or managing persons we need. Likewise, this operating systems also lot of work will going on. For example, you are installing new softwares, you are copying a file, you are deleting a file, you are going to install new softwares, you are going to install new devices, you are going to connect new devices like. So each and everything the operating system needs to manage. So each and everything separate management needed. Understand? For example, particular person owns a big company, okay, or he owns a big institution. One person. So lot of institutions are there. For example, medical institution, then engineering institution, arts and science institution, schools, etc., etc. So whether the each and every sections separate management person is there. For example, school, separate management. College, engineering college, separate management. Arts and science, separate. CBSE separate. Medical separate. Isn't it? Likewise, each and everything separate management process is there. Okay. So that management is done by whom? This operating system. Understand now? So what are the management processes there in this OS means? See, first one is file management. What's the first management system? File management. Okay. Second management is memory management. Understand? Third one is process management. Fourth one is device management. Likewise, lot of managements are there, but in your book they have given only this much. Understand? So, what are the things you have studied in operating system? This is a intermediary person between whom and whom? User and a computer. You are using mobile phones means that operating system is a interface between you and the mobile phone. Okay. So what are the things it will control? It will control all input and output devices connected to computer. So each and everything particular persons need to manage. So separate management will be given for this operating system. Okay. For example, file management, memory management, process management, device management, etc. Understand? So listen. Whatever I have explained, they have given in one diagram. The same picture they have given in your book also. Listen. So, the particular user is using some laptop. Okay. This person, in this laptop, particular operating system installed. Okay. That operating system may be Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 10, Unix or Linux, etc. Any one of the operating system. The whatever operating system installed in this laptop, particular operating system needs to control or manage. Last slide you have studied what are the things? Input and output device and applications. Isn't it? So what are the things this operating system needs to control? So this is the output device, monitor, mouse. This is input device, keyboard, mouse, then printer. This and all applications. That means softwares you are going to install in the laptop. Then this is the hard drive. That means hard disk present inside CPU. Okay. So understand. So this operating system needs to manage or control all these things altogether. Understand? That means devices, all softwares and drives present in the CPU. Understand? So once you understand this diagram means you can able to write by your own. Okay. So you are going to on the computer. So first the second chapter or first chapter I think so you have studied about booting. Isn't it? Second chapter, booting. So what do you mean by booting? When you switch the computer, the particular computer needs to start. What process will start? OS will loaded in the memory. That is called what? Some already you studied, bootstrap loader like that. So you are going to switch on the computer, which will load in the memory first means this operating system. Okay. So you are going to switch on the computer means, so you immediately that operating system, that means Windows XP, Windows 7 or anything. Particular operating system will first loaded in the memory. Okay. Automatically it will load. Okay. That process only we are calling as an booting. Understand? So immediately if you on the system, I said no, the particular screen will come in the system. What that screen? That is called operating system screen, OS screen. So once you switch on the computer, which will be first loaded? This operating system will be loaded in where? In the memory automatically. Okay. So already I said these are the some popular operating systems. Windows, Unix and Linux. Sometimes they will ask for 1 mark question. Okay. Name the popular. Sometimes they will ask for 2 mark also. Name some popular operating systems in computers or laptops. What are they? Windows. Lot of Windows are there. Windows XP is there. Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, etc. Then Unix and Linux. Okay. Likewise, mobile also operating system is there. For mobile, separate operating system. Okay. What are they means? Android and iOS. That we are calling as an mobile OS, mobile operating system. Understand? So listen. So this is the how this operating system interacts with device and user. Okay, listen. So this is the user. You are going to work in the system or laptop. So you are giving some control or you are giving some, for example, you are going to type a word file. You are going to type a something paragraph or text or anything in a word file. So you are giving a request. So which will be first? First you are going to on the system. So once you are on the system, which will get first loaded? Operating system. Understand? So this operating system will get loaded and that operating system screen will open in your laptop or computer. Then you are going to use a word file, word, to type something. So which application? So this request, your request is needs to open a word file. So this operating system will translate your request to particular application software. So which application you need to open to type the word file? MS Word. Okay. So you are giving your request is to open this word file. Which application? Word file. So first this operating system will translate that request to open this application software. So whatever inputs you are giving to the system, particular input will convert to which format I said? Binary format. What do you mean by binary format? Zeros and ones. Isn't it? So you are giving particular request to the operating system. Your aim is to open word file. So this operating system will translate your request to this application. That means word file. Particular word file you are opening and using. Next, you are going to print the paper. Whatever you have typed in the word file, you are going to print. So, for printing, which device needs to connect? Printer. So, your request needs to print. So, this operating system sends a request to which hardware device? Printer. Understand? So, understand this. So, this example is not present in your book. For your understanding, I am saying examples for each heading. Okay. Then only you will get understand. Your request is to print the particular document, whatever you have typed. So, this operating system sends a request to which hardware device? Printer. Then you are taking the printout. Understand? Now, which is the intermediary person between this application and hardware? Operating system. Understand now? Yes. So, next one. So, what are the uses or what's the main use of this operating system? Okay. So, already whatever I have explained, the same thing they have given in theory format. Okay. So, what's the main use of operating system means? So, what's the user needs? It will work based on the user needs. What do you mean by user needs? The last picture I explained, no? My need is to open the Word document and type and needs to take the printer. That's my need or user need. So, this operating system, in whatever operating system you are installed in the computer, need to extract the information or extract what the user to need. So, like I said, my need is to print particular document. So, that need is satisfied by this operating system. Okay, that's the first point. So, main use is to extract what the user wants to do. Whatever your needs, based on that needs, particular operating system needs to work. Okay, can you understand the first point? Yes. Second point is, it will say intermediate person between whom and whom? User and the computer or user and the mobile. Understand? Yes. Next. So, when you are going to switch on the computer, which will get the first loaded? Which software will get first loaded? Operating system. Already I said. That process is called what? Booting. Okay. Then, this operating system will control what are the devices, what are the input devices and output devices. Maybe keyboard, monitor. In the before 2 slides, I explained with one diagram, no? The same thing. So, this operating system will control all input and output devices. Next thing is, so utilization of main memory. Okay, what's the meaning of utilization of main memory? For example, so every humans will have brain. So those who are utilizing their memory capacity, particular persons will study. So we always used to say, no, utilize the time to study. Please utilize it, utilize it. What's the meaning of? Whatever time you are getting, you need to utilize the time. Then you will get better result. Likewise, lot of spaces available in main memory. So this operating system needs to manage how much space needs to given to particular user. For example, in your mobile phone, 8 GB space is there. So you have copied one film. So that film will take 2 GB space. Understand? So totally 8 GB internal memory space is there in your mobile phone. So you have copied one film. That film will take 2 GB space. So remaining how many GB space is there? 6 GB. So how many portions you have utilized? 2 GB. Remaining 4 GB is there. So this utilization of this memory is managed by whom? Operating system. Understand? And also it will provide security to each program or each applications. Okay. So what are the points you have studied in the uses of operating system? So based on the user needs, this operating system needs to work and it will act as an intermediary person between whom and whom? User and the particular computer. Then, so once you are switch on the computer, which software will loaded at the first? Operating system, that we are calling as that process we are calling as booting, isn't it? Then this operating system will control all the devices you are connected to the computer. Then memory, how much space the particular user are going to use, that and all controlled by whom? This operating system. Understand? Yes. Next we are going to study about types of operating system. Okay. So based on how they are differentiating the types of operating system means based on their processing capabilities. Based on their processing capabilities. What do you mean by processing capabilities means? For example, in a school, already you have completed your 10th standard, isn't it? So after the month of December, they will categorize the student list based on your processing capabilities. What do you mean by processing capabilities? That means some students will always score above 80 mark. That students they will categorize as a separate. Then some students will score some students will score above 60 mark. So they have categorized as a separate group. Some students always score below 40 mark. They will categorize that students as a separate group and they asked you to sit for 9th class. Isn't it? For your understanding, I am telling. That's the processing capabilities. What's the processing capabilities? Bright students will get above 90. Then medium students will get above 75. Lower students will get below 40. That's the processing capabilities of you. Likewise, operating system also, how they are differentiating means, how they are differentiate weights and types mean based on their processing capabilities. How much process can be so how they are classified means based on their how much process particular operating system can able to get or run. Okay, so what's the first type of operating system mean? Single user operating system. Okay, what's the first type of operating system? Single user operating system. So name itself having single user and operating system. So how many user can able to work at a time? So what do you mean by single user means? So at a time means at that moment the particular user can allow to work in particular operating system. That means single user can work with single operating system. Understand? So listen. So is it visible this picture? Have you all seen? So this one user is there. That's only one user. How many user is there in this picture? Only one user. So this man is working in one system. So in this system, only one operating system is installed. So in a system itself, you can able to install more than one operating systems. More than two operating systems. Okay. So one part you can able to install Windows 7. Next part you can able to install Ubuntu. Two operating systems also you can able to install in a particular system. Okay, but single user operating system means only one user can able to work at a time at single OS. For example, so the same example already said, no, I am going to type some Word file. So how many applications I am going to open? Only one application. Which one? Word. Then I am going to take printout. So at a time, I am going to type and taking printout with one device called a printer. That's also one example you can take for single user operating system. Understand? So what do you mean by single user? This is an important question. So what is a single user operating system? This operating system allow only one user can work at a time, or only one task you can able to work at a time. That only I said. So I am going to type a Word file and taking printer. At the same time, I can't able to play a movie file in the system. At the same time, I can't able to type a Word file in the system. At the same time, I can't able to do. That's a single user operating system. Understand? One example they have given, that's a old OS, MS-DOS. That's a one operating system. Okay. So in this operating system, you can able to perform only one task at a time. Okay. Next one is multi-user operating system. What's the next heading? Multi-user operating system. So by seeing this picture itself, you can able to identify. Okay. So what do you mean by single user operating system? Only one user can able to work, or only one user can able to perform a task at one task at a time. Okay. So here multiple users can able to work multiple tasks at the same time. That's the difference between this one and single user and multi-user. Okay. One best example I am telling. So already you know the smartboard in our school, smartboard content, DigiSchool. So those students have studied from 5th standard or 6th standard from here. You are familiar with that smartboard, isn't it? So listen. So in smartboard, DigiSchool, you have watched a lot of videos. Regarding your subjects, you have watched a lot of videos. So have you all seen in ground floor, one room is there. Have you all seen in ground floor? In that room, one system, we will keep one system. If we are not owning that system means you can't able to view the video files in each and every class. That already you know, I think it's so. Isn't it? So if we are not switch on the system in their ground floor, so you can't able to view the video files in your classes, each and every classes. Why? That all the video files we have stored in one system called the server. Server. Okay. What's the system name? Server. So from that system, we have connected all the systems in our block. Ground floor, first floor, second floor, all the systems are connected with which system? That server system in ground floor. So if we are not switch oning that system means you can't able to see the video files in your class. That's the best example for multi-user operating system. Understand? Listen. Same example you took. So I said no, one system we have stored all the video files that present in ground floor. That system we are calling as an what? Server. So from that system, first floor can able to get the video file. Second floor can able to get the video file. Third floor. Likewise, each class. First class, second class, third class, fourth class, fifth. Each and everything are getting from which system? One server system. So this each and every systems are interconnected. What do you mean by interconnected? Connected by using cables. Connected together. You can able to, in this multi-user operating system, multiple users can able to access. Isn't it? So in ground floor, 5 classes are there means 5 classes can able to get the video files at the same time. That means, for example, last period, if you might have seen means all the classes they are playing the video files at the same period. Isn't it? So same time multiple users can able to get the file from this single system. Understand? This is called as which one? Multi-user operating system. Multiple users can able to communicate. What's mean by communicate? They can send messages or informations with all the systems because all the systems are altogether connected. Okay, so best example they have given. So what are the operating system examples for multi-user operating system means Windows, Linux and Unix. Okay, these are the examples of multi-user operating system. Okay, sometimes they will ask differentiation between single user and multi-user operating system. You should differentiate and study. What's the first point you should write? Single user mean only your one user can able to perform the task. Here multiple user can perform the task at same time. So what's the example here? There users cannot communicate with each other. Second bar here users can communicate with each other. What's the single user operating system example? MS-DOS. Here Windows, Linux and Unix. Understand? So next heading you are going to study about key features of operating system. Okay. What's the next heading you are going to study? Key features. What do you mean by key features? What do you mean by key? So for example, you are writing a test. So for that question, separate key will be there. What's the key? Key points, important points. Likewise, what are the important features are present in operating system? Okay. So see, what are the important features? User interface, file management, memory management, fault tolerance, process management, security management. These are all the important features of operating system. So you are going to study each and every heading in separate. Okay. First one is user interface. Okay. So what do you mean by user interface? So you are using your mobile phones. So first most of the mobile phones now you will provide passwords. So once you on the mobile phone, what you will type? You are typing the password. Either the password as a pattern lock or fingerprint or simply password typing numbers. So that is called as user interface. So you are interacting with that mobile with what? Providing password. Next, you are going to use a lot of apps in the mobile phones. That is also called user interface. Who is the user? Those person who are using that particular device. Okay. So what do you mean by? For that only I have given one picture. See, one person is there. That lot of application is there. You are using that lot of applications in your mobile phone or in computer by using touch. That's one of the interface. Okay. So what's the main use of this interface means? User can able to interact with whom? User can able to interact with device. Which device? May be mobile phone or computer. Next thing, this user interface always needs to be user friendly. Okay. What do you mean by user friendly means? For example, you take a calculator you have installed in your mobile phone. What's the use of calculator? To perform calculations. So simply, for example, you are going to add two numbers, big numbers. Simply you will type, immediately you will get the result. So you like that calculator. So instead of you are typing the two numbers, first you should enter the number, next you put a plus symbol, next you should add separate things you are going to do in the calculator. Whether you will prefer? No. Why? It is a time consuming process. Within a moment you will get the answer means you like so much. That you mean by user friendly. So you are using that platform needs to friend with you. That means easy to use with you. That is called user friendly. Okay. This user interface always becomes user friendly. For example, you are giving passwords to your mobile phones. So first step, what you will, if you are on the mobile, it will ask for password. So simply you can give pattern lock, whatever may be, fingerprint. Instead of giving that one, if you are on the mobile phone, first it will ask what's your name, then what's the password you are given, what's the use of that password, why you are given the password. Like this and all questions they ask means whether you will prefer? No. So if you are on the mobile phone, immediately you are giving the password and you are opening. That is called as user friendly. Okay. So for that only they are bring graphical user interface. Okay, what do you mean by graphical user interface means? So what are the point that just like a pointing device. For example, so I am moving this mouse pointer here and here, isn't it? So I can able to click here. I can able to point this device here. Based on my need, I am moving here and there. That's a graphical user interface. Okay, based on your needs, you can able to do anything. So next, I'll give one example in the next thing. Okay, so next slide. So this graphical user interface means, for example, you are going to fill one form. Separately, you should write one form, you are going to write your name. Next page, you are going to write your address. In next page, you are going to write your phone number. Next page, you are going to write your parents' detail. Whether you will prefer, you are going to apply one form. So single form itself, you can able to write all the things. But they have given nearly 10 papers to fill that one. Whether you will prefer. No. So that is not a user friendly. So all these things you can able to do in a single way. That is called as what? So that is called as GUI. So they bring all these things in a single menus. So menus, in this menus itself you can able to select. By keyboard itself you can able to enter the text. So and also by using this GUI they bring attractive colors. Okay, attractive colors means, for example, olden days you have seen all the movies in black and white format, isn't it? Nowadays you can able to see in color format and also very attractive manner, isn't it? That's all. So this GUI can bring new attractive colors. Okay, so this Linux operating system also support this GUI. So if these are user friendly and attractive based things, all these things needs to come clearly, means which one needs to work properly? Operating system. Understand? So this point I said no. So to user friendly particular things needs to come, you needs to work faster means, so all the things need to bring in menus. So that I will explain in next slide. See, is it visible? For example, this is one of the form. Okay, online form. You are going to apply. Best thing I am telling, online shopping. So you are familiar with online shopping, isn't it? You are selecting particular things, a dress or anything. You are select. First what they will ask? PIN code. Then what they ask? Type of a credit card. Which mode you are paying? Credit card or debit card. So that is called as menus. Okay, see this example. So credit card type, they have 3 options they have given. Any one option you need to select. Then credit card number they have given in one box, that is called text box. Then when it will expire, they have given in 2 boxes. Whether you need receipt. If it is correct means you need to submit the form. If it is not correct means you need to reset the form. This all the things you are giving inside a single form. This all the things are calling as an what? Menus. This is graphical user interface. So in the system itself, you can give all the informations and you can able to give all this inputs by using this menus. That is called as graphical user interface. Understand now? So whether you, for example, credit card type, they have given 3 options in single line. For example, they have given first page. In this page, they have given this one, first one. Next page, they have given Visa. Next page, they have given MC. Whether you will prefer that one? Why? You will not prefer. Why? 3 pages you need to open. So, but here they have mentioned in same page itself. This is user friendly. And also they have given in color format. Green color. This is attractive. This is called graphical user interface. Understand now what is meant by graphical user interface? So, this is another one form. You are going to apply anyone mail ID or anyone form. What they are used. First you should write your name, first name, last name, email, password, company. Likewise, all the details they have entered in this menu itself. Understand? This is called as graphical user interface. Understand? Next one, why we are designing this user interface for an application, or what's the use of this designing user interface for the application. Okay. So what's the first use means? So you are using this user interface means you can able to think. So you are expertising in particular thing. For example, last slide I have given one form. Any person can able to enter. Isn't it? Whether only well-educated person can enter that particular things. First name, last name, address, everything. Only well-educated person can enter. No. Even a medium educated person can also enter all these things. Nowadays GPay, Google Pay, all the persons are using. So if once you have used, it will ask you to think like a expertise person or experienced person. Understand? That's the first point. This enable the user to retain expertise for a long time. Understand? So next thing is satisfy the customer based on their needs. For example, that online shopping you took. So first you should select particular things, then you need to enter the pin code, then you need to pay the amount. So all the things based on your needs they are given. So I said no, first address, name first page you should type. Second page you should enter the pin code. Third page you should enter the address. Fourth page you should enter the mobile number. Whether you will prefer? No. All the things they are given in particular menus itself. That only this one. This interface always satisfy the customer needs. Okay. Then third point, it will always save precious time. Isn't it? So within a page or within a moment, you can able to enter all the details and submit. Particular details will go to the particular person. So that's a time saving. By you are writing in the paper, whether it will be a time consuming process? Yes. But you can within a moment, you can enter all the details in the particular menus itself. Okay. So next point also the same only. Any application or any software they have they are developing that is a user friendly. That based on your customer needs that needs to design. For example, WhatsApp they have your mobile phone. All the mobile phones are WhatsApp. That's a user friendly. You can able to send messages, videos. So it is very tough to use. For example, of opening WhatsApp, they will ask for a lot of options to open, to send a message. It will ask a lot of options to send. So send audio file, lot of options they will ask to send audio files. Whether you will prefer that one? No. So which is the easiest mode, that only you will prefer. That's the fourth point. So any product or anything, any applications they are bringing means that will satisfy the customer needs. Okay, and also it will reduce the number of errors. What do you mean by number of errors? So any mistakes, the possible mistakes can be reduced this user interface. So what are the points we have discussed here? So if you are working in user interface means it will make you as a expertise person. Then it will satisfy the customer needs. Then your time consuming will be reduced. Then any product they are bringing means that should satisfy your needs. Okay, and also errors may be same. So yes, today up to this enough. Tomorrow onwards the management, a lot of memory process management, lot of headings are there, we can study. So what are the portions I have taught? Please study today itself. So today we have studied about operating system. Types of operating system is a very important question, and also key features of operating system. Very important question. So now itself, after completion of this session, please take a textbook and study. So study and write. Okay. So thank you students. Thank you.